Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to work with the text field component. So before starting, let me tell you what a text field is. So it's basically like if you build any form, like if you build any form on the or if you have any registration form, right? So it says like name and type your name, right? Then email and type your email. So this is called a text field, right? So we'll be designing this. So let's get started. Now, first of all, I have made a simple application. I forgot to edit this one. So it will be basically text field. Yeah. Now, as you can see, it's a basic window. So first of all, let's first add a text field component. Now, you will see an error because it's in the queued quick controls. So we'll import that. Okay, not this. Controls. Yes, perfect. Now, if you run the application, okay, let's first center it in the parent. So it's in the center and it's visible properly. Now, if you run the application once, you'll see that it's not visible right now. Let it build. Yep. Okay, so nothing is visible, but yeah, you can see that like there is a text field. If you write something, you can like you can see some text it edited, but it will be very small. So let's work with that, right? So first of all, let me give it a width of let's say 200, and let me give it a font size, the font size of the text to let's say 15. So it's a bit large, and let's say the color of the text will be let's say 2 to 2, right? Or let's say red. So you can see that the text color changed. Now let's run the application once. Yeah, as you can see, the color of the text is red, and if it exceeds, like it will have this effect, like the left text will go down, so it will elide basically. Yeah. Now, design-wise, it's not looking very great, right? So let's fix that. So how can we do that? So for that, let me click here, and you have to press Control or Command if you're on Mac, and then click on this element. So you can see how it's like implemented inside the Qt basic, right? So you can see there is an implicit width height. It's basically width and height. I'll tell you the difference of that later. There is padding. We'll work with that. There is color, the text color. We have already worked with that. There is something called placeholder and selection, right? So what is placeholder, what is selection, and there is a background. So first of all, let's give it a background. After that, I will show you the placeholder and things, right? So I'll say background and give it a background of a rectangle, and I'll say, okay, let's see what color they choose. Parent base. Okay, so base color is white. So instead of that, I'll say first let's fill the rectangle. Let's fill the text field, and let's choose a color as just a minute. Let's choose this color, and let's give it a radius. So there will be border around the edges. Let's give it a radius of 5, and yeah, that's it. Let's see if it works. And as you can see, it worked, but we got an error. So basically, you have to be specific in which version of Qt Quick Control you are like, if not version, like which one. Like there are 5 themes, so I'll say import Quick Control basic. Apart from basic, there is material, there is fusion. I've already talked about that. See, there is basic, material, there is fusion, and there is universal, there is Windows, and the new one, like after Qt Quick 6.7 or 8, I think, yeah, after 8, there is something called Fluid UI. So I'll also show you how to work with that. But for now, let's go with basic. And now, if you run the application once more, the error will be gone. So let's see. If it's very confusing for you, don't worry. I have already taught a lot of these things in the previous videos, and you will be okay. This color is not very good. Doesn't really suit the background color. So what we can do is we can choose a dark background color, this one. Let's go with this one, yeah. And the text color will be white. Yeah, you can either write white or hash FFF. or you can go full way. Either works fine. Yeah. So basically we have like designed the text field, but you'll see a problem. The text itself is like sticking to the edges, right? We need some padding. So that's why what we have to do is we have to give it some top padding of, let's say, 15, bottom padding of also 15, left padding of, let's say, 20, right padding of, let's say, 20. Now let's run the application once more. I hope you remember what padding is, right? Is the distance between the text and the border. Like there is something called margins, which is the distance between this edge and the other elements, and padding is inside. So border is out, margin is outside, padding is inside. I made a video about anchors and margins and padding. You can go and watch that if you are feeling confused. So yeah, we have given it some padding, right? So after this, we can handle these signals. Wait, before the signal, let's do one thing, right? Let's add an image. Let's add a search image. Okay. Instead of search image, like I'll do one thing, right? I'll copy an image, but you know how to add images in the Qt project, right? You just I showed a video. You have to right click on it and create a QRC resource file. After that, add an image to that file. For now, I'll just copy this one because we don't have much time. So let's add an image and we'll say source is this source, right? Width is let's say 25, height. Actually, it's better to give width and height in terms of in multiples of 4 because there is 4K monitor and that's why these there is also 2K monitor, 1K monitor. So this multiple of 4 will be easier to like expand. So yeah, one nice little bit. Now this will be at the left of the text field. So you will see an image there. Let's run the application. Yeah, as you can see, it's at the left. Now we have to center it, right? And what we can do for that is, let me see. Let's increase the width to, let's say, 40. It's looking very small. And what we can do is we say anchors dot left, parent dot left. I hope you remember what this is, right? So basically, if this is the text field, the image will be here because the image is left and the text field is left are aligning. And we also have to do vertical center, right? So it looks proper. So what I'll do is anchors dot vertical center, not offset, vertical center, parent dot vertical center. Yeah. Now let's run the application once and see if it works correctly. Yeah, as you can see, by the way, you will see the text starts at a weird position, right? And the image is too large. So instead of 40, I'll make it 32. And I'll also increase the left padding to 30 because padding defines the starting position of the text. So if you increase more padding, the left will be like, yeah, as you can see, if you as you have observed, the padding fixed it, right? So instead of this tick image, you can instead of this check image, you can add any search icon or something like that. Change the image color if you use SVGs, right? So now what's left is after the text change, we need to print it. So what we can do is there is a signal called on text changed. Uh, yes, this is a property of text field. You can say console.log uh, text changed. Right, let's see. As you can see, after each text is changed, we can also access it. So after this, I'll say comma text and let's see. Yeah, as you can see, after every text change, we are getting the signal. So that is basically a text field. I have shown how to customize it. You can also add some borders or something like that, right? So adding an image or stuff like that. So I hope this is like I hope you got this right. And in the next video, I'll show you how to work with uh, like I'll show you how to make a form. I think I've taught more than enough to like create a form, right? So anyway, thank you.